Alright, now we're going to make the tomato and fruit salsa. I'm making it as part of the boneless baby back ribs, but you can make it separately and use it with any pork dish, goes with chicken, some fish dishes. So first we're going to take the cherry tomatoes. They've been cut in half, and if they were really big, I cut them into some slices. I had some massive cherry tomatoes, but the ones that are regular cherry tomato size, I just cut those in half. Then we're going to add the pear and the plums, which are also cut into, you know, about half-inch dice. Then add the diced onions. And the sliced garlic. Then we're going to toss all of that in some olive oil. How much olive oil? Enough. Enough olive oil to get a nice coating on everything, all right? So we're probably using about, 3 tablespoons to 1/4 cup of olive oil. If I don't think they're coated well enough, I'll add more. And then we're going to add seasoning. If you watch my videos, you know seasoning means always and only salt and pepper. I always use kosher salt, coarse kosher salt, or sea salt. Someone asked me, why do I always use kosher salt? The reason is because I like the consistency of it. It is actually less salty than table salt. Doesn't contain iodine like table salt does. It has a nice consistency, okay? All right, now we're going to toss that so it's well mixed and coated with olive oil. All right, now now what we're going to do is roast the tomato, fruit, and garlic mixture. We're going to spread it out onto a half sheet pan here, and I put it on a Silpat mat. You don't need to use Silpat, but I think the Silpat works really well, and it is easier cleanup. Okay, if you're not using a Silpat, just olive oil your pan. You won't need to olive oil it very much because the fruit and the tomatoes, which actually are also fruit, they've been olive oiled, okay? So we're going to spread this out on the pan, and then we're going to put it in the oven, let it roast for about 30 minutes. We want them to start browning. We're going to check them from time to time. We want them to start to brown, but not to burn. Okay, into the oven, 30 minutes. All right, here's our tomato and pear and plum and garlic mixture. It has a little bit of brown. It's been roasting for whatever time I said earlier. And now we're going to put this into a bowl and adjust the seasoning. Okay, now let's taste this and see if we need to adjust the seasoning. Yep, I think it needs a little bit more salt, but I tend to undersalt, okay? People can always add salt if they want to. You always hear about how chefs get insulted if you add salt to their food, or you want to add salt. But in fact, many different people have different salt either requirements or they taste salt differently. Some people taste things and think they're salty. Other people taste things and think they need more salt. So I am in favor of allowing the guest to adjust their seasoning. Now, one way you can do that so it's intentional is that you can actually serve some finishing salt with your dish. So it's right there. It's not a salt shaker, but it's a, it's a nice salt, it's a sea salt, it's a finishing salt, whatever you might want it to be. Put that right out there. Put it in a little dish. Serve it with meal. All right, now let's taste this and see if it needs to be adjusted again. No, good. Okay. By the way, I checked the timing, how long that was roasting. It was roasting for 30 minutes, but that might vary depending upon your oven, okay? So this is the tomato, plum, and pear and garlic salsa. You can see photos of a dish using this salsa at my Instagram, which is at Chef's Apprentice Cook Like a Pro. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.